All right, so this is the video to explain what happens on the collegiate penetration testing team. And I'm Sam Bound, and I taught a bunch of security classes, but I have almost nothing to do with what happens on the team these days. I'm purely a symbolic figure. So I'm going to hand it over to Eli, who's the team captain, and you can tell him what it's been like for you.
Hi, yeah, I am Eli. This is my second year competing with City College's CPTC team, and it's just a lot of fun. If you are interested in competing with the CPTC team, I'd highly recommend it. I came onto the team with having taken a lot of security classes and having gotten my like a CompTIA certification, but without feeling confident that I could hack into much of anything, but still was able to contribute. It's a really awesome competition because it is as real world as anything you're going to get. It's not a conventional CTF where you're looking for flags. It's just a pretty realistic real world environment where you're not only trying to hack into something, find out what you can find, but you're also trying to present those findings in a way that's going to be intelligible to the people that you're going to be working with in the future. And because of that, whatever skills you have are going to come into play there, whether it's customer service or any other set of skills, technical or non-technical. It's really going to serve you here. And beyond that, just in getting ready for this competition and in the competition itself, you're going to learn so much, and not just from the people putting on the competition, not just from your coaches and teachers at City College, but from your other teammates. City College has really done a good job of hosting really good courses, and that's attracted a lot of really talented people coming into it, from everything from web design to catering, that are able to bring stuff to the table and learn a lot really quickly. And those are your teammates. You're going to be taking classes with them. You're going to be doing competitions like this with them. And that's the best resource you have, just to learn as much as you can. So just wanted to say thanks to City College and thanks to all of my teammates and classmates, because that's what has made all this so worthwhile. And I'm really excited to go on to nationals.
All right, why don't you go through the team members? Let's hear what they have to say.
Yeah, I'll call on Stuart because he's directly to the right of me in this Zoom gallery.
All right, yeah, cool. My name is Stuart Wong, and this is my first year on the team. And this is pretty much my first semester really taking like network security courses and stuff. So if you're a beginner and you're like scared that you won't be able to contribute or anything, like you totally can. And we did a lot of practice up until the regionals. And so you actually do learn a lot before that, and you'll be able to contribute, as opposed to what like potential students should be thinking about CCSF. The curriculum here is really broad and covers pretty much everything, including like specific things that other schools don't have. So you should seriously consider CCSF. Like, it's not your run-of-the-mill college or anything like that. So yeah.
He's muted.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say that I would pass it to Dante. He was the other team captain, and he was really instrumental in like helping us all organize and stuff for the regionals.
Thanks, Stuart. My name's Dante Alabastro. I was the co-captain for this year's collegiate hacking team. We had a lot of fun this year. I was on the team last year with Eli as well. Caitlin and Kaz led the charge last year, and we had a great time with them. So we came in this year with a vengeance, trying to get, first place against Stanford in the first time in I think 3 years or so. They've always run away with the competition. So we decided we'd hit them while they didn't have the home court advantage, and it worked out. So we're really fortunate for that. But yeah, I first enrolled in City College in 2017 as the first class of Free City. Definitely have, all of that to thank, because otherwise I wouldn't be here. Now, I first came in thinking I was going to study computer science, which I still am, but I started learning more about cybersecurity through Sam's courses and through Liz's courses. And that really just opened my eyes to the world of possibilities there. I remember reading the course descriptions and thinking it looked a lot like Defense Against the Dark Arts. And that really just got me excited. So I jumped in there, and it's crazy to learn and practice things that would be illegal in other circumstances, but we're working in a very safe and secure environment, and learning things that are going to help protect the world around us. So that's been extremely exciting, and it's always fun to tinker away in that environment. So on that note, this competition has really been like such a huge resource for all of us, especially working as a team, because it simulates what it would be like on a real engagement. I know some of our team members have moved on to positions where they would do such a thing, and I can only imagine how well this competition prepared them for that. So that's been really exciting. Um, but yeah, I guess if anybody's interested in joining the competition, I would highly recommend reaching out to Liz or to Sam, or anybody else here on the team to get a little bit more information about how to get involved, how to join our Discord, and then just don't be afraid to ask other people. Don't be afraid to kind of jump in there. When I went in, and I know Eli feels the same way, and Zoe will probably talk about it later on as well. We really didn't exactly feel prepared, but everybody has been so welcoming and inviting, and it's really just an environment to learn. So don't be afraid if you kind of doubt your skills, because this is the place where you build them. So definitely really thankful for all the support that everyone's been giving. But yeah, that's all for me.
All right. Well, Zoe, why don't you tell us something?
Hey, excuse me. I'm Zoe. And I have something in my throat, but so I have a background in web development and got some exposure to InfoSec through a couple of my jobs that I had, and found out that I really, really liked it. And then I encountered Elizabeth and I believe Ada, who was a previous team member at the security conference, who was actually hosted in my place of work. And then I ended up actually saying, okay, yeah, I'd like to do this team. This sounds like a lot of fun. I want to take classes at CCSF. So the next semester, that's what I was doing, taking classes at CCSF with the intention of trying to get a full-time InfoSec position. And I think actually the first competition I did with CCSF was the CCDC. And that was like, I think 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month after I joined the semester, totally over my head. But you get a really good foundation in cybersecurity from the classes, but a lot of extracurricular stuff too allows you to put a lot of that into practice, and you can learn a lot. I would say the amount I've learned through competitions is on par with the classes. So even if you're starting with not so much, you can learn quite a bit. Other topics, I'm not sure. Anything else I should add?
No, that's fine. Why don't you tell us about your experience, Teras?
Oh, yeah, thank you. So my name is Teras, and I would say that I started a cybersecurity program at City College about a year ago. And well, actually put in my hands, like hands-on practice started like last year with the ethical hacking course, City College. But after that, it's been just building up upon that. And when this semester, I first heard from Elizabeth in the first class that she's looking for people on the team for CPTC. I just said to myself that this is what I want, even though I wasn't at all prepared for that. I didn't feel that I'm prepared, but I knew that it's just whenever it will lead me, it will guide me. I will have a lot of fun. I will learn a lot of stuff and hands-on practice. And in terms of the competition itself, I would say that Security Plus certification from CompTIA also helped me to mostly understand how to approach the report writing and the general to evaluate the general state of the security on the network and the organization that we had an engagement with. And ethical hacking courses gave me a lot of practice, along with, of course, the practice with the teammates. Of course, thanks to folks on the team who were competing last year. They knew, because I didn't have an idea. I thought it was going to be like CDF or hack the box type of challenge, but I realized that this one is actually a more real life, real world scenario, and I think this would actually provide with a better hands-on experience for the future cybersecurity experience and career. Thanks.
Great, thank you. How about you, Stepan?
Well, hi, my name is Stepan. I started taking classes at City College several semesters ago, and originally I was willing to learn more about Sysadmin stuff and Linux, because that's what I was into at that time. But so I started taking security classes as a way to learn as much as possible in the shortest period of time, just because security kind of touches on every aspect. But in the end, I realized that I like breaking stuff. So I didn't have a lot of hands-on practice until like 2 months ago. But I'm very glad that the team was very welcoming, and they were supporting me all along during practices. So I had a chance to boost my skills and win the competition with them.
All right, we've got a couple people who are graduates from the team, and Kaz and Caitlin. Why don't you tell us something about your experiences, Kaz? You're on mute, Kaz. You must still be on mute. Nope. Maybe we should move on to Caitlin while Kaz finds out what the problem is.
All right. Well, Kaz figures out where the mute button is. I'll talk for a little bit. So from the top of City College, we have some of the finest embezzlers and money launderers the world has ever seen. And those skills drizzle down. Sorry, I see Kaz laughing. Those skills drizzle down to us. And we learn the fundamentals of crime. And if you want to learn crime or want to teach your kids crime, I can't recommend City College enough. So please, come to City College and learn crime.
Well, Caitlin always has to make trouble. But of course, that is a lot of the reason why people do this ethical hacking stuff, because you get to do all this nasty stuff and then you don't go to jail. So Kaz, have you got it working yet? Apparently not. Let's go to Liz.
So,
wait, can you hear me? Hello?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Working. Okay, go ahead.
Hi. No, okay. Bringing it back from the crime. I think that I think that CPTC was really awesome. I am an alumni of CCSF, and I was a security consultant for about 2 years. I work at Google now, and during those 2 years that I was a security consultant, it was exactly like CPTC. It teaches the exact same skills. It's designed to emulate the real world, and it's a lot of fun while you're doing it. It just sort of makes the whole thing into a game, and Sam's classes really take you from like 0 to hero really fast, and they're all like practical skills that you can directly apply to the competitions. And the competitions like really enforce that learning, and you don't really have to know anything to start. So it's really, really fun, and it directly applies to the field. I think it's really awesome, and you should do it. And also, crime is fun, but that's not why we do it. Yeah.
All right. How about you, Liz?
So I was actually a member on the first CPTC team, and one of the consistent themes here that I'm hearing from folks, I can echo as well, which is that we had no idea what we were getting into when we first started it. I did my first stint on the team during my first semester of taking classes at City College, taking classes with Sam, and you're really jumping in the deep end and you got no clue what's going on, but it's totally addictive. I mean, once you do it, you just want to keep coming back for more because it's so much fun and you build a real great sense of camaraderie with your team and you learn so much while you're doing it. So, that it became so addictive for me that not only did I end up coming back to be on the team next year, the couple of years after that, I became the coach of the team. Now I am not coaching the CPTC team. That's Sam. Sam has gone back to his original role in that. I teach classes at City College now, and I've had pretty much all of these students in my classes, and I learn more every year that I'm teaching and doing them. And I think that I've seen so many success stories come out of our courses and come out of this competition that I think that it's a really positive way to get involved in this community and to find out, to learn new skills, to make new friends, and to position yourself to get a great job, as you can see. So I just encourage anybody who's interested to meet team members, join the Discord, get involved, and start practicing. And we do have a bunch of other competitions that we participate in also. Somebody else mentioned CCDC, which is an excellent competition. That's the blue team defensive counterpart to CPTC. And we participate in a lot of other competitions throughout the year too. So there are plenty of opportunities for folks to get involved and to keep learning throughout the year and to make new friends. So I encourage folks who are interested to get involved, take some classes, start getting to know your teammates and the other folks that are participating in these competitions through our Discord, through taking the classes and interacting with each other. And we've got to really, he's modest about it, but we have to give a lot of credit to Sam because none of us would be here if it wasn't for Sam. He was the one who started teaching all of these great courses. He developed a lot of great course content. I use his course content in the classes that I teach. I learned much of what I know, almost all of what I know about security from Sam. And so take his classes, take my classes, and come join and practice with the team.
Well, thank you. And, I'm one thing I hear everybody say, which is, I think the whole point is they didn't feel ready. They didn't think they know what they were doing. And that's the thing. The book learning and the classes do not prepare you for the real world because it's combat. It's totally unfair. You're given stuff. It's not the stuff you expected to see. And then people start shooting at you, and whether you're ready or not. And the only thing that gets you over that hump is experience. And I think this contest really serves to give people a close simulation of real work experience so that when you go to work, of course, there'll be disasters and surprises and unexpected problems, but you have to have been through it a few times and then you don't panic. So I'm really like it. And even all these people all got good jobs that were on the team previously, even when we didn't win. And now you folks are winning. So I think you'll get even better jobs. But I mean, this really counts as like your first job in the field. So now you're to have experience, and that makes it much more attractive to employers, I think.
Yeah, and I think that I hear this a lot. I had to convince some of you folks that are here today, several of you, to join the team for the first time because you didn't feel ready. And the secret is that no one ever feels ready when you do it your first time. Nobody knows what you're getting into. Everybody feels like they're out of their depth, and that's okay, because that's how you pushing yourself into situations where you don't feel comfortable or you don't feel like you know everything you need to know. That's how you're going to grow the most. So don't let that feeling be a barrier to you trying new things.
And I'd say that feeling never goes away. However far you climb, you always see something every day you didn't know. You find out that what you're doing was a mistake. You feel stupid. It never stops. You just get over being upset about it. Anyway, all right, I think I'll stop the recording then. And